a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away first. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. They'll move the tight end. He's got it again. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Slips through the line. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run it from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Offense lining up quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. See that Maize and Blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Not starting this kid was looking for. The very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. A strike downfield. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Here's the handoff. Find some fresh air. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Keep it on the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hauls it in. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Now, 4th down.
And the Buckeyes will try to move the chains on 4th down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Incomplete, and that'll be a... on downs.
That is great job by this defense coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. There he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air on first down. Flips it out in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Snagged in the middle. It's Mendez. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to the toss. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Running into the open space. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he'll go out of bounds, and he will be short of the first down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you. Aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
So here comes the Michigan offense. The give out of the gun. Oh, he's got some space. He has the first and still on his feet. He's up to 81 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. If you get to stick around, here recently, a lot of success, too.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man. At the 20, he's got space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking for the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Those third downs are hard to execute, and when you get in the red zone, it's even harder, but this offense did a great job. Now, forget the three. We're leaving that behind. Now set up first and goal.
The Wolverines will try to punch it in on first and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Motion from the wide receiver. On the move, it's Cook. At the 35, he's open. Turning it on. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it out. It's Lindsey. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's got it on the right. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. He's got it. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
They'll go to the ground. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll start this drive firing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Wide receiver going in motion. The offense changing the play. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Quickly to the tight end.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Caught over the middle. It's Mendez. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Here's a heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell in.
He's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lindsey. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. Got room at the 35. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. There's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna let it fly. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. Finds a little space. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around him doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around him doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
He's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The run from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. The RPO, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Makes the grab on third. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game, as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I love the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He'll throw on third down. Makes the grab. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Buckeyes will have it first and 10.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first.
There he goes.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Not much there on the line. He gets one to the 31.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
And the Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the 1st down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on... down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Wants to throw it. He'll take another shot here. Wide open, he makes the catch. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion, they've built a lead, but you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business, and this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lindsey. Inside the 25. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop going? Just keep it going when the going's good.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Fakes to grab. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that late and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to pass on second down. Gets it out fast. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Pocket breaking down. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
On 4th down, going to the air. Looking left. Makes the grab. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds a crease at the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Makes a grab, past the marker. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Timeout called by the defense. their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. We're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
Splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but we're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for room. It's Cook. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.